welcome to Card Design Thursday. So today we're going to be doing a card that can be geared to a male, and you can use any kind of sentiment you wish to use on it. Today I'm choosing to use a Thinking of You card and a card of encouragement. It's for a friend of mine who is going through some cancer treatments. So let me just show you the card. Okay, this is the card, and it is a trifold card. And on here I just used the stamp from May, and I said thinking of you, and then you're in my prayers. And then on the inside I just stamped words of encouragement, and then the sentiment, may the comfort of God's love fill you with hope and peace. And on the back of it I stamped the leukemia ribbon, which is orange. So that's the card we're going to be doing today. And then I got the envelope, and I just stamped a little thing on the envelope too. So let me tell you what you're going to need. First of all, your paper. We're going to be using the craft paper. I love craft paper for, particularly guy cards. And so the paper size to start with should be 7 by 10 or 10 by 7. But it needs to be 7 this way and 10 in the length. And then when you lay it down, you're going to score this, and I've already got it done, but you're going to score this at 2.5 and 7.5. So let me just get my scoreboard out and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you're going to lay this on your scoreboard, and you're going to find it's going to be from 1 to 10. So you're going to come over here at 2.5, and you're going to score it at 2.5, and then you're going to come over here at 7.5 and score it at 7.5. And that makes your trifold. Okay? So that's the base of your card. And then you're going to need some strips of paper, whatever paper you choose to use. I love this little word paper. It has things about God on it, even though you're not going to be able to see much of it. But you're going to need 2 strips that are I need this. Let me think. 2 3/4 this way, and 6 3/4 this way. So you're going to leave, because this is 2.5 inches, you're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay? And then the next paper that you put on top of this, and I made this a little bit smaller here, and this one is 2 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay? And then for the inside, I made them just a little bit larger. These are 2 3/4 by 6 3/4. So, and I'll put all the measurements and stuff in the description box below. Then you're also going to need a piece of white cardstock for the middle part. Now, you know what? I am out of white cardstock, and I did not have time to go by the store to get any today. So you know what I'm using? An index card. A large index card. And this was a large index card, and you just can't tell it. So you can always make a card with what you got. Then I used these stamp sets. I used the angel and the encouraging words from May Made It stamp set, and this one is called Pray for the Cure. And then here's the new one that I got with my Stamp Club of the Month, and it's the Sorry one. And then I used one sentiment off the floral kaleidoscope, the one that says Thinking of You. And then, let's see, I used, this is I got from Hobby Lobby. It's Stampabilities. It just says, may the comfort of God's love fill you with hope and peace. And then I used This one right here, this is from Recollection, so it's from Michaels. And then I just use these one little fish, and these both are from Michaels here, and the little cross. And then make sure that you have, you know, you're going to need your acrylic blocks. You're going to need, if you do an orange one like I did, or whatever color you want to do, or you don't even have to do this, but I used the Ranger's Goldfish ink. And then my favorite ink, I stamped, it was the VersaFine ink, and I got this from May Made It as well. So, and you are going to, let me give you a tip right now. When you cut your paper and you score it, make sure that you burnish it good, because if you don't, your card's never going to stay closed. So, just make sure that you burnish it good like that. Okay? Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is glue our front covers down. So let's do this. Alright, now you were doing so much better for me earlier. There we go. And I'm using my art glitter glue by May that I get from May Made It. And this one is almost empty, and I am going to have to maybe put you on pause and switch bottles, but whoops, I am flying things off my table here. Okay, there we go. Okay, and you're going to try to center it in the middle of your half, each half. I'm going to put it on both sides. Now, if you did not want to use the stamps and you had a pretty pattern paper, you can most certainly just do the one layer and with the pattern and put a sentiment on the inside. This is just what I chose to do, but it can be adapted many ways. Okay, and I mean that looks pretty the way it is. Okay, so then I'm going to take my blue paper strips and I'm going to stamp them before I glue them on. So I'm going to stamp the little dandelions first. Now I love these dandelions because you can shape them any way you want them to go. So I'm going to do one the regular way on this side. Just ink that up. And let me get a baby wipe out so I can clean my stamps. I'm waiting on my Squeaky Clean to come from Christopher Allen store, which is BrutusMonroe.com. That is the best cleaning stuff. Oh, and let me give y'all a tip with the acrylic, with the polymer stamps. Do not use alcohol-based cleaners with them. It will ruin them. Okay, got that. Now what I'm going to do is just change this around a little bit. I'm sorry, I've been put back in frame. Now I want my stamp to go this way. See, that's what's so nice about this. is that you can make them go any way you want them to go. Okay, and let's ink this back up. Oh, I got that one just a little bit too far over. There we go. Alrighty. But I just love these stamps. They get the best coverage. And then I'm just going to clean this up real quick. Because I have been bad. I've got some stained up stamps that I can't get clean right now because I left ink on them. So I'm waiting on my squeaky clean because I know that I'll get it all cleaned off. Well, okay, that's good enough for right now. Okay, put this back down. And I always try to put mine back on the paper because I don't want it to get lost. And now I'm going to use the little one, like this, that it's kind of half off. It looks like it's been blown a little bit. And so we're going to ink this up. And I'm going to put it going the opposite direction on this side. Okay. And then, oh, I got ink on that. I'm going to switch it around. Maybe. There we go. All right. So we got that done. Now what I like about this stamp kit is that it has individual little things that I've stamped on it, and so it looks like some of the dandelions. You know how when you make a wish? I'm just cleaning this off. I'm not doing anything exciting, guys. But like when you make a wish and stuff, you blow the dandelion. So I love that it has that. Okay. Well, that is not as good as I want to clean it, but it'll be okay. When I get my squeaky clean, I'm going to do a demonstration for you guys. Because you will flip. I have some old stained up ones. Some really bad stained up ones. And I'm just taking my little 1x1 inch block here. And okay, we're going to stamp that up. I have two little ones on here. Okay. Yeah, I think this. I'll stamp some. Hang on a second. I got an extra card here. I'm going to stamp some just a little bit slightly off the page. And I love that because it gives it some movement when you stamp off the page like that. Let me just scoot this around a little bit. There we go. Okay. Clean those up. I don't know, maybe it's my baby wipes aren't really good. I don't know. I never usually have this much problem cleaning my stamps, though. It's because I'm on camera, and I'm trying to be in a hurry tonight. Today, whatever. Okay. I will clean these better later. But I try to lay them back down in the same spot so I don't lose them, because they're so small. Alright, so now we're going to take this Kaleidoscope one, and I'm going to put it on my, oopsie, other ink block. You know, I have these in all sizes, and I love these that you get from May because they have this handle grip right here, and they're so easy for me to handle. So I just line that up a little bit and ink it up. And we're going to put Thinking of You. I think I'm going to go at an angle. I don't know if I want to go straight across or not. I think I'm going to go a slight angle this time. Okay. Well, this one cleaned up a lot better. Okay, and then I'm going to go with the Pray for the Cure set. And I'm going to take the You're in My Prayers and ink it up and stamp that on the other side. Okay. And I think while I got this out, I am going to put a few more, and I'm just going to double load my block here and just put a few more. Just so it doesn't look so lost down here. And I'm going to put one upside down like it's falling to the ground. Okay. Alright. Take those off. Okay guys, I don't know what happened to my camera, but the only thing I did was glue the stuff in. I just, you know, I'm not sure if you saw me do this. I just colored the angel, stamped these things, and I just glued the sides in right here. So that's the card. Oh yeah, and I did stamp the cancer sign in orange for leukemia on the back. I'm sorry about that. I'm not really sure what happened. My camera's acting stupid tonight. Anyway, I want to give you the measurements one more time, because make sure I was clear and gave them to you right. Your card stock that you start out with for your card base should be 7 by 10. And if it's turned this way, it would be 7 this way and 10 by this way. If you have a scoreboard, line it up on the scoreboard on the 10-inch side. You're going to score at the 2.5 mark, and you're going to score at the 7.5 mark. Fold your things over. Make sure you varnish your sides really good. Then you're going to cut your strips of paper. The bottom layer paper needs to be 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. And the top paper here needs to be 2 1/8 by 6 1/2. The inside papers need to be 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. Your middle paper needs to be a 4 by 6. Okay, so those are all the measurements. And again, I'll try to put everything down in the description box below. So if you create this card, I'd love to see it. But like I said, you can do any kind of card you want to. This is just a basic trifold and very simple to make. And you can decorate your own way. So I'll make sure to leave the dimensions and the card in the description box, and I'll leave a link to MayMayMadeIt.com so that you can maybe check out and see if you want to get some of her stamps and the VersaFine ink. I'll also leave a link to BrutusMonroe.com. You really need to try the Squeaky Clean. It's the best thing I've ever cleaned my stamps with. And yeah, so if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't entered my giveaway, there's still time. It runs until July 31st. I'll link that video below too. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.